I like this.
Welcome to Dustin's Vinyl. And here's Dustin Chafin.
Yeah, man. This almost feels like a real show every week. It's crazy.
Almost.
We do a theme song. We do an intro. You know, it's good. It's for you guys. It's for you 6 guys that are on break from playing Fortnite. They want to see what the old guys are up to.
We did.
See what these records are all about.
I've heard of records.
Urban Outfitters.
Yeah, they got all the records over there.
That's a sad bunch over there. Sometimes I'll go over there, and the audacity Urban Outfitters has to not put these things on sale. It's like, come on, dude. You got nobody's bought any of these things. Yeah, 30. It's like $45. Some of these things. It's crazy.
Wow.
30's cheap, but yeah, nothing's ever on sale, and you just, I don't know. It's kind of weird. You shouldn't buy a record and then buy like a hat with a Budweiser logo and then like some skinny jeans. You know what I mean? Like you go and you buy a record at a record store.
Yeah.
And you talk to a guy and you say, "Hey, do you have this?" And they go, "No, man, that's a great record." And then you have a thing, and like, you know, we went to 3 record stores, Anthony. We went to 3.
We did.
We did. We went to, God, I should have wrote the names down. The first place, all records or something. What was it?
It was
off Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, and they had Rare. I just remember there was a sign that said it was Rare Records. But I don't know what the name of the place was.
I don't think it was Rare Records. I think it was All Music or something. Anyway, but it's right off Hollywood Boulevard. It's kind of right after Ripley's Believe It or Not on the left side. Whatever. You go through this little kind of like passageway kind of place, and they got these little kind of old looking buildings.
Yeah, it was almost like an alleyway kind of.
Yeah, that's it, alleyway. And but it wasn't an alleyway. It was like a little courtyard thing. It had like a fountain and everything.
Like it was nice. It wasn't scary.
Yeah, it wasn't behind
a
dumpster.
Hidden.
Some dude's I got the Who, you know.
You opened this jacket. I got records. What do you need? What do you need?
I wish a dude would do that. It'd be great. Get a good deal. I got the White Album. I got first 100 print. Yeah, no, it was cool. That guy was kind of like, you know, it's funny with the different record stores. You'll have like, you know, people have like immaculate collections, you know, and you could tell like this guy probably comes from money, but it's one of his passions. And he just has like a store to kind of like talk music with people. And I thought it was funny because he was talking to you, and then like you were throwing punk bands, and he was like, "Okay, I'm done with this guy."
Yeah, he just stopped talking because he was asking me about records. Like he was like, "Oh, what was like the last thing you bought or whatever?" And I was like, "Hey, you know," and he kept asking me what I was looking at. And I was looking at like a Dead Kennedys record, and he seemed to know stuff. Yeah. And then I was like, "Hey, you know what I've been looking for a really long time is Wrong by No Means No." And he asked me like 4 times what it was, and then I think he was like looking up the prices.
Yeah.
And then he just stopped.
Pretty high.
I think it's been out of print for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think the prices would be high. But then he just never spoke to me again.
Yeah, I think it had more to do with your personality than the actual band. And then he's like, "It was this. You just didn't like my record."
It definitely was the. It wasn't. It wasn't the fact that I probably weirded him out. I don't know.
You should weird him out. I mean, he runs a record store. It's a portal to weirdos. That's why you have a record store.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get regular people in there. You know, like we all sing High Fidelity. You know, it's like your daughter hates you. What was that song? Then we went to the Record Parlor. That's a pretty cool little record store. That's off
Yeah.
Wilcox, and they got a lot of like. They actually don't have any like. They won't. I mean, they might have a re-release, but it's only because somebody sold it to them. Like they don't stock new records or whatnot. They just it's everything that's original issue and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then they were doing like an online show. We walked in, basically doing this, but they were selling records.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. We might have to get on that What's Not or What's Up app or whatever they were on. I guess it's some sort of like record thing where they sell records. I guess they do a show. I don't know, some online thing.
That's where we should be. We gotta
Yeah,
be
we
on
should.
there.
We'll sell records.
I never even heard of it. Yeah, let's sell. Yeah. I don't have any records. I got my own records to sell.
you like sell your wife's records. You're like, what? I think it's the first time I've dressed Amber as a wife. I'm like, what? You're married? No, that's not real. Okay.
It always sounds like I'm making it up. If I'm like, my wife, whatever, it feels like whatever I'm about to say is completely made up.
She lives in Niagara Falls. And, what is that from? Breakfast Club?
Maybe.
I have a girlfriend. She lives in Niagara Falls area. No, you don't remember that? She's like lying about having a girlfriend, but she lives in Niagara Falls area, which is just really funny. One of those shows. Well, it's Christmas time. I'm in Maine. That's where I'm at. I'm in the famous barn / studio. That's where we recorded the Zoom album 2020.
Oh yeah.
Where we kind of like all met kind of Jay from ComedyHub and all that stuff, and it all kind of kicked off from there. We've been millionaires ever since.
I never looked back.
Good stuff. Never look back. Never look back. All right, let's bring in our other riff raff. I feel like we used to be a 4-man show, and then somebody, became part of the chorus line, so we lost him. So Adam Holtz is in the building.
Hey guys.
Hey, look at that guy. Look at that Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Final with a Santa hat.
Yeah,
man,
it's Winter Wonderland.
Snowing out there in Jersey. I got a Santa top. It's got little Santa hats on it. See that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I'm wearing
pretty
pink.
Cool.
There's
you
nothing Christmassy about my.
Because you like dudes. Can't say that anymore. Be sensitive. I have to be since Jeff's not here. I got to be the one.
You got to make up for.
You queers, huh? Gonna make up for the old school bullying.
I know he's like every high school bully.
Oh, wrapped into one. He's like 10 of them. But then he loves Broadway musicals and all that stuff. But it's just really funny.
He's very complex.
Yeah, well, that's pushing it for a Staten Island guy.
Right.
But he's got a few layers. Let's just go a few layers. Complex is a lot. What's up, Adam? So, what you doing, man?
It's been
having a good week.
Yeah,
back in town.
Finally got back to New Jersey. I actually got a chance to stop at a record store on Record Store Day.
Nice.
This past Friday. So this is place Station 1, which is a converted train station, and so they sell vinyl, they sell VHS. They actually have an entire large like cult VHS section there. They have vintage books and retro games. Pretty cool little store, and it was great to see that it was packed. But there was there were teens there were old people. It was everybody was buying vinyl. It was pretty cool.
It is amazing, and a train too. That's so cool.
Yeah,
I saw a Bullet Train. You see that? Brad Pitt, pretty good.
No,
the guy that did. This guy did John Wick and Nobody. Pretty good.
Oh, Nobody was good.
Nobody was great. It's like that. It's funny, but there's like crazy fight scenes.
Oh,
pretty
nice.
good. I liked it. Yeah. Oh, we also went to your favorite record store, Adam.
Amoeba.
I can never say the name.
Amoeba.
That's it.
Amoeba.
We went there. Amoeba. We went there too. We had everything. You bought something there. What'd you buy, Anthony?
I did. I bought the Descendants. Everything Sucks.
How do you not have it? That's the point of buying records. So you
Well,
can
I
show them
thought
on
we
the
were
show.
gonna do. I thought we were gonna
I
do
know. We're doing
an
Christmas. We're
episode
doing
where
Christmas.
we talked about it. So
We are. My bad. We'll do an
so that's
episode.
why I did. Otherwise I would have had it next to me.
All
But
right.
I thought we were
Stop
saving
being on top of shit. All right.
it. You want me to grab it? Should I go grab it?
No, it's
Oh.
too late now. So we went there. So Anthony bought that because he's punk rock with his pink shirt, and then I got Anthony bought me an album actually, which is huge. I didn't know he was buying me an album, or I would have got a more expensive one. But he got me Toys in the Attic, a little Aerosmith.
Oh yeah,
it's like,
Great album.
Pretty excited. Yeah, pretty excited.
Original press.
Original press, Sweet Emotion. That was probably the cheapest thing in there. That guy had some prices.
Oh yeah.
Everything was like $80. And then Adam, have you ever seen that movie Black Stallion? You ever seen that?
I'm trying to remember that one.
It's like he basically gets shipwrecked with a horse, and then
was it in the 80s?
Yeah, and he becomes kind of like he bonds with the horse, and then the horse, like he ends up getting rescued, and then he becomes a racehorse, and Mickey Rooney's in it. It's an amazing movie, and it's Francis Ford Coppola, and it's his only children's thing, and then the music is phenomenal. As a kid, I remember it being really great until I got the soundtrack. So that's what we got. It's a very exciting show. I like it. So we're gonna do some random pulls here, huh? Random pulls out of my pants. All right, so I am not at home. I'm at home. I'm at my, the bottom of family, which I love them way more than my own family. But my mom's not watching, and so I'm here. So I grabbed their stuff, and so my father-in-law, he's into vinyl. He sold a lot of vinyl, like got rid of it or something. I think a lot of people just trash their vinyl.
Yeah.
Like back when the CDs came out. I think Jeff did that too, where it's just like people just get rid of it because you just think, you don't need it, and CDs are the wave of the future and all that. Now it's like CDs are like they give you 10 for a nickel,
Right.
But yeah, so he's a big Christmas guy. The whole family's very Christmas. Big Christmas music. It's funny. I put him on the spot. I was like, "Hey, what's your favorite Christmas song?" I'm about to go, and he's just like, "I can't think of her. I can't think that quick." And I was like, "Really? You can't just give me one?" so I just grabbed him on his album. Anyway, Alabama is a fun kind of country. They were popular when I was a kid. When country music was pretty popular in the '80s. Before heavy metal kind of took over, it was really country music, Urban Cowboy. So, they pay me, by the way, to see how many times I could say Urban Outfitters. But Urban Cowboy and all that.
It's hard to say a lot in a row. Like if you're trying to say it quickly, Urban Outfitter.
It's easy.
Even just saying it once, for me, I'm all tongue tied. Urban Outfitter, Urban Outfitter, Urban Outfitter, Urban Outfitter.
It's not a hard one. Urban Outfitters.
It is hard. It's hard to say it.
I worked there. That was way harder. That was my first job.
You worked there? Oh, man.
I worked there a long time. I did the windows and put clothes on stuff. I was a fashion guy.
I used to shop there.
Yeah, of course you did.
Western shirts. Remember when those were big?
Snaps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I bought a bunch from there.
We all did. Look at this crew. We don't have Western shirts or Urban Outfitters.
That was my whole wardrobe.
The three of us kept the lights on. All right. And ironic T-shirts. Come on, that's where it was born. Hipster movement was born in Urban Outfitters. So yeah, it's an Alabama record. I don't know. I've listened. It's got Happy Holidays, Candle in the Window, Homecoming, Christmas in Dixie. I don't know. That's always fun when they throw a little Dixie in there. Most of the time they have a rebel flag on their album cover, so it's kind of. I guess that's they spared us for Christmas.
Yeah.
So, and I actually bought this album for my family here in Maine. This is Mannheim Steamroller. Did I say that right? Mannheim Steamroller.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 35th anniversary. I might have covered this last year. I probably did. I'm so bad. It's got the green vinyl. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I did,
nice. That's
nobody
cool.
cares. But this is cool music because it's like it's all instrumental stuff and like a lot of guitar, a lot of it's like let's see what they got here. They got like cellos and flutes and harps and classical guitar, violin solos, just all kinds of crazy stuff. It's all instrumental, black oak hammered dulcimer. What the hell was that? Camel bells. Camel bells. They got camel bells. Dry ice. What? Dry ice makes noise? What are you talking about? Dots and lines. I don't even know what any of this is, but it sounds fun. If you get a chance, check it out. It's good stuff. And these guys are hippie. I know I did this last year. I'm terrible. But I'll pull another one. But anyway, they're kind of hippie dudes, whatever. Blah blah blah. All right, that's what I got. I'm limited.
Yeah. Hey.
It's like he's got a little section because he got rid of all his good ones. So he got a little section. I try to buy him vinyl back. That's the I think when people have a record player, it's a good thing because then it's a good gift. It's like records, whatever. Anthony buys me a record, I get him a gift certificate, whatever. It's like it's a good thing for gifts. So if you guys want to buy us records, I'll give you the address at the end of the show.
So they can send us records.
You should. Whoever is watching this should send us something. We get something in the mail and blows up. All right, so it's Fortnite kids. Can't trust those kids.
Right.
No. Next, you give out the address. Next thing you know, the SWAT team is outside.
Oh yeah, getting swatted.
It is.
Yeah.
You don't have a PO box? I got a PO box.
I used to have a PO box, but I don't have like a business anymore or career, so I don't have a PO box.
I don't really either, but it is, just in case you get one person you don't want them to know your address, you just send it there. I call my office address, but whatever, It works. It's exciting. Okay,
let us know if you're watching the show. If you have a PO box, we're talking PO boxes today on the show.
It is the season. People send things. It's a very male oriented season. So how about that, buddy? I keep it in the theme. Everybody melts shit during Christmas. So I will fight you through this screen.
It's not a show unless you're threatening to
tough.
fight me.
Right.
Anthony's tough in his pink shirt.
You guys can arm wrestle.
Adam, save us with your random pulls. What do you got?
All right, so since it's the holiday season, I picked up a few Christmas albums. The first one, I just got this one today. I thought it was pretty interesting. It's called A Very Cool Christmas 2. There we go. We got just Santa hanging out on an island there. He's wearing 3D glasses and
I love it.
So this is 2 LPs, and so the first side is the rocking side. The second side is the grooving side. So the rocking side, it's got such an eclectic mix here. It's got the Decemberists, Please Daddy Don't Get Drunk This Christmas, this really folky Christmas song. They got the band on there, Johnny Cash doing Blue Christmas, the Smithereens with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And then you got a
good band.
a couple songs that we're going to be talking about later on. And then you got Weezer with We Wish You a Merry Christmas. And
Weezer.
And then the second side, you got Darlene Love, Christmas Baby Please Come Home, one of my favorites. You got Stevie Wonder, James Brown. You got a lot of Motown. You got a lot of funk.
Wow. Stacked for a Christmas album.
It's absolutely stacked. You got Bobby Womack on there, John Lee Hooker. It's a pretty good one.
Wow.
It's
that sounds fun.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna have to check that out tonight.
I think your best bet is a collaboration piece. Something with a bunch of people on it, because it's like I don't think anybody's ever made one Christmas album that was good all the way through. Like I feel like it's like you want everybody's great song on one album. I think that's the way to go with Christmas music. I mean, something like this, there's like instrumental and stuff is pretty good all the way through. But when people are like, covering and creating their own Christmas song, when they're like, the Clash or something, you're like, all right, dude. Like Cheap Trick has one, and you're like, he had no business. He had no business. I own it, and it's like it's good because it's Cheap Trick for a little bit, and then it's just a really bad Christmas song. But for a second, you're like, oh, this is good because they come in strong being Cheap Trick.
I think we maybe talked about it a little because I heard some Cheap Trick Christmas stuff that I think is different from what you're talking about. But I heard this this one song. It's I want you to want me, but they changed all the words
Oh, we
to
talked about
be
this
Christmas.
before.
So it's like I
Yeah, we
want
talked
you
about.
for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
But you said that's not on. What you're talking about is actually good.
I don't know if it's good.
But it's better than just changing the
good
word.
Good is pretty strong.
Because I love
even
Cheap Trick.
even all the songs we picked today.
Yeah.
They're good for Christmas songs, but they're not that great for regular songs.
Yeah.
It's it's a Christmas song. Adam's was pretty good. Yours is a pretty good too, and I think but it's we'll talk about all that. But anyway, I think sometimes it's like, sometimes it's a complete sellout. And then like we were talking before we started the show, you were saying the Scott Weiland, like that just blows my mind that somebody like that would have like the king of the grunge, all that stuff. And then what songs were on? Was it like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
He was.
Like
I don't know. I don't remember all the songs. I know that well, Adam might have it pulled up, but he was doing like some old standards, and it was like he was doing it really serious. Like he wanted to be like a Bing Crosby or like one of those kind of singers.
Oh, okay.
So he did it like that. Everything that I heard was like that style. He didn't do like Stone Temple Pilots version of a Christmas song.
I don't mind that if he's trying to, because I think Dylan did a Frank Sinatra tour where he just did all Frank Sinatra songs. So sometimes it's like they, I guess people just they get bored probably, But with him, I think it was more like he had to pay off some people or something.
Probably. He's got kids and stuff.
He's got a heroin dealer knocking on the door. Like, who knows?
He toured on that too, because my cousin Ricky, who played guitar on your song, Dustin. He used to work sound at a couple of venues in New York, and he did sound for Scott Weiland when he was touring on that album. So he this was like a big deal for him putting out the album. He didn't just put it out and hope that it sells in a Starbucks or something. He went on the road doing songs off of this. Wow,
he's encoring Christmas songs. It's amazing. I hope it was December. It wasn't like July, was it?
I'm sure it was.
Imagine
Christmas in July with Scott Weiland.
Well, you know what? Now, what the fuck? Egg's on me. Eggnog's on me, because now that's a thing.
Eggnog all over your face.
Christmas in July. That's a thing now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anyway. So maybe he started the movement. So Scott Weiland. He started this Christmas in July. What else you got there, Adam? What else you got?
All right, so I picked up one that we talked about before. I couldn't find actually.
That's okay. A lot of repeats on this show.
Yeah, it was. I've been wanting to buy it for a while. It's sold out in a lot of places, but they actually had a few copies. The John Denver and the Muppets.
Yes,
love the Muppets.
Covered it. Yeah, my father-in-law, he has that one. I covered it on the show once.
And
Christmas. That's
one of
the
one of my favorite holiday specials is Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, and and
you have that album.
No, I want it.
Oh, okay.
It came out. It came out a few years ago for Record Store Day, and it sells for hundreds. It's impossible to get. Yeah. That's so this album though has When the River Meets the Sea from it. So at least I got. That song.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Next time you're in LA, we got to go to the Muppet Studios. It's right by my house.
Oh, that'd be cool to check out.
Yeah, go check it out. See all that stuff. They're cool. They had a Jim Henson exhibit in Queens when I lived there at the moving. You ever been to that thing?
Yeah,
the moving
that was
pictures?
Great. The Museum of Moving Image.
That's it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They got.
I think they made that a permanent installation.
They did.
One. I think so.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it's pretty incredible. Very cool. Yeah, the Muppets could do anything. You know what I mean? They could do Christmas. They could do Manhattan. They can go to outer space.
All kinds of capers.
Do it all. They can do it all. They can do it all. I'm sure they got Halloween,
They might. Yeah. Sometimes they're babies, whatever.
Flag Day. I don't know. The Muppets can crush Flag Day. That's how talented that crew is. I love that band, the Muppet Band.
Oh,
yeah.
Animals, one of the best drummers of all time.
I actually saw them in concert too. The Dr. Teeth, Electric Mayhem. So
Where did you? When was this?
they played. I forget how long ago this was. It might have been in
Played?
2014 or so at in San Francisco at Outside Lands Fest. They actually showed up and played. They did 2 songs, but
mean,
it was,
So how does that work?
people doing this, I guess, right?
yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
I
amazing.
filmed it. I'll send you guys the link. I have it up on YouTube.
That's
Was
pretty
somebody
cool.
else playing drums?
They had them
That
up.
was-
They had them up on stage, and it was the puppets. They were actually playing.
So
Nah, they
when the
weren't
puppets
playing.
are doing when the Muppets are doing a concert, is it pre-recorded music or is there a live
Yeah, it's
band off
pre-recorded.
to the
Oh
side?
yeah. It's got to be pre-recorded.
pre-recorded.
But
Yeah, okay. All right.
I didn't
all
know
right.
if it was like there's behind a curtain there's a band.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. A guy was playing the drums behind the thing. Yeah, that's what that would be. Okay.
I mean, I know the
right,
Muppets are not actually performing music.
Right.
I
You're
just
telling
didn't
me
know
the
if there
Muppets
was
lip sync? That's disgraceful.
it's a Milli
The worst
Vanilli
thing I've
kinda-
ever heard. Next thing you're telling me Fraggle Rock's not singing their tunes.
Right.
Come on.
I guess it is easy being green.
Right.
You've been waiting to say that all year. He finally found a place for it. This is my chance. This is my chance. Anthony Kapfer. He is very
That's me.
Kermit-like. You are. You ride a bicycle. All right. All right. So today we chose Christmas songs that don't suck, and then maybe a couple that do suck. That's kind of what we're doing today. We're doing Christmas songs. I guess I'll break it out. I didn't realize both my songs are covers. I thought maybe the Jackson 5 song, maybe they wrote it, but they didn't. But one of my favorite songs as a kid was Jackson 5's "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus." It's such a great, like, kind of groovy song. I love the Jackson 5. It's my favorite of the Jacksons. Anything that, Michael Jackson's, all that stuff's fun or whatever. But I really like Jackson 5. I think there's something about them, just coming out when they did. And like, you got, who do we got here? We got Jackson 5. We got Jackie, we got Jermaine, we got Marlon, we got Tito, and then we got Michael. So that's too many, right? One, two, 3, 4. No, that's it. That's 5. That's 5.
So it's okay. Michael, Tito, Jermaine,
Jackie.
It's
Jackie. Everybody remembers Tito. It's Jackie, Jermaine, Marlon, and Tito.
Marlon. Okay.
Marlon.
I didn't know Marlon or Jackie.
Yeah. Can you imagine being them? I'm sure they get that a lot. What do you mean you're Marlon Jackson? You were in the Jackson what?
Marlon Jackson. That has no ring to it. You would think putting Jackson at the end would make it
I bet
pop.
he's better than LaToya. I bet that. I put money on that. So Tommy Connor was kind of a London songwriter, and apparently he got commissioned to write this song for Saks Fifth Avenue. Like, they had some Christmas card that they were promoting, and it was like a woman kissing Santa Claus or whatever. And so he ended up kind of making a song. It was lyrics from one of the songs that he wrote. He kind of made it the Christmas song, and they played the music. And pretty amazing. This producer Hal David came out with the Jackson 5 song, 1970. And I love the beginning of it, where it's like the skit where it's like talking and like, "Oh, it's Santa. What's going on? What's going on, Mom?" I always love that stuff. And man, it was a hit in New Zealand. That's when it popped. So, and then it became kind of a Christmas staple. I don't think you could turn on a Christmas holiday station without, listening to When Mama Was Kissing on Santa. And I don't know. The song is fun. It's it's got that Jackson 5 feel to it. I think they pretty much, they took the song over. You can't think of anybody else really covering this song like that. And it's just fun. Michael's voice at that age is just unbelievably great. And it's like just a good cheery kind of fun. And the fact that your mom's making out with Santa Claus, it's like it's something kind of provocative about that. And maybe it's your dad, it's just some random dude dressed as Santa Claus banging your mom. But I like it a lot. Anthony, you seem like a Jackson 5 guy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not generally a Christmas music person, but you really can't go wrong with the Jackson 5. I mean,
especially Marlon.
Especially Marlon. He was really carrying the group. It's how bad can the Jackson 5 be? Like their worst song. You're still
they can sing anything.
Gonna listen
they can sing
to
the phone book. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
So, but like this is probably not something I would just put on myself, but it does remind me of it's the kind of music that's playing in the background when you're with your family and you're eating and opening presents or whatever. So
have you heard this song before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is the version I always hear every year, or with a lot of Christmas songs, it's like, if you put on like whatever it is, CBS FM or whatever, and they just play
that stuff.
Christmas music. I don't know if this is the one they always play.
I know you're too death metal for that, but I like Christmas music. Like I like it this time of year. I'm not listening to it in February,
in July with the Scott Weiland album.
But I like it. I like Christmas. I do. I think it's like I'm not. I could be punk rock and still like Christmas. I feel like that's a phrase one can say.
I don't know what my problem is. I don't know why I don't generally like Christmas music.
How's your new wife? Is she into Christmas? She like.
I think in the same way that I'm into it.
Okay, but she's not crazy about it. Do you guys celebrate?
Yeah. We're gonna put up a tree, I think.
Okay.
This year.
As long as you put up a tree. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think maybe I'll get to that Jackson 5 album. I wouldn't mind having that one actually.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have a Christmas album. I think that's a good one to have.
I won't see you until
you already got me. You already got me. You'll see me in July, and you'll get me a Christmas album. Adam, what did you think about this song? I know you've heard it before.
Yeah. No, I like it. I think this is the to me at least, this is kind of the definitive version of it. Of I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. I think it might. I mean, Michael Jackson just sells it in it. Like you have that childhood kind of wonderment in the song.
Yeah.
I think he was 12 at the time when they recorded this. But it's a fun song. And I mean, I like Christmas music in general. A lot of the the older standards, and then sort of the more offbeat. And I think this kind of has that combination of both in it. And just in general, just a fun Christmas song.
Yeah, it has. Who's the guy that murdered that blonde lady?
Phil Spector.
Phil Spector.
Oh yeah.
No, what's funny is I was. I was very close to buying actually a Phil Spector Christmas album. It had Darlene Love on it, the Ronettes. I think was it the Ronettes that also had I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, the other big version?
I think so. I think they did another version. Yeah, the Ronettes are great. That's a great version as well. But yeah, the Ronettes, just that all that stuff that he produced, all those Christmas songs are fantastic. They remind me of this a little bit, kind of that same kind of groove. But cool, man. All right, so yeah, kids, get to the Christmas album. I think it's just called Christmas album. Jackson 5. That's what it's called.
It's called Christmas album?
I think so. I don't know. I write this stuff. I don't know. I was watching the World Cup. I was waiting for somebody to score. I'm writing some stuff. All right, so let's go to Anthony.
All
What do you
right.
got for us, Anthony?
So one of the ones I picked, I picked the Kinks' Father Christmas, which, let me see, when did this come out? This came out in 1977. I like this song because it doesn't sound happy or goofy. It's just a song, and they mention Christmas, but it's not like trying to make you feel good. And I never really knew what it was about. I was trying to look up a little bit about the song for this, and it's like about like a kind of working class struggle You know, like they're telling Santa Claus. It's about a mall Santa who gets beat up by kids, and the kids are telling Santa that they want money and I guess jobs, and the toys can go to all the rich kids. And I think that's I think that's pretty cool for a Christmas song. You know,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
find too many Christmas songs have that kind of kind of attitude and message about it.
No, it's definitely edgy and fun. And Anthony knows this, Adam, but I was being a character at a mall is not easy. I was the Easter Bunny at the
Oh,
mall,
really?
and it's like it's a rough gig, man. You got kids just peeing on your knee all day. It's like,
Jeez.
but they go crazy for you. You feel like you're a rock star walking through the food court, in your costume, and they're just like, I can't imagine being Santa, where it's like I'm just giving him eggs and maybe some chocolate. I mean, he's giving them like Xboxes and stuff. So he's way more exciting than me. But that is a tough gig. Like to just sit there all day and get pictures. I bet I had to sit in a chair all day, and it's like hundreds of kids, man. It's like that was my first showbiz gig. But
Urban Outfitter, Mall Santa.
Yep.
What can you do?
I believe in living a life, Anthony. You got to do stuff. You got to experience life, bro. I love how you were like, I like this song because it doesn't make you feel good. I'm like, what? Like that's the point of Christmas. And you were just like, this song did not make me have good feelings inside. I loved it.
Yeah,
I think it's so funny. I love it. Yeah, the Kinks are a cool band. I think it's like a lot of people choose not to like the Rolling Stones and like the Kinks. Like there's like it's kind of the alternative to the Stones. They're kind of a more grittier version, I think.
Yeah,
and not so polished and bluesy. They kind of have more of a punk feel. But yeah, they're good. I like the Kinks. I like this song. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't heard Father Christmas before. And I do like the Kinks. I especially Waterloo Sunset. I always think is a fantastic song.
yeah.
But yeah, I really liked it. I like the garage feel to it. That that kind of borders on punk, and that it is a bit edgier. And it's I think there's some funny lines in there too. And especially just giving all we want your bread, we want your money, and give all the toys to the rich little kids and boys and stuff. It's I think it's an interesting, fun, kind of different Christmas song.
Nice. And what'd you bring us today, Adam? What do you got?
So in 2009, Bob Dylan put out Christmas in the Heart, which was such a weird. You didn't expect from Dylan, although I guess now when you think about what he's been doing for the past 20 years, you kind of expect it, but you didn't really think that Dylan would be somebody to put out a Christmas album. And so I brought Must Be Santa, which is originally, it was written in 1960 by, it was by Hal Moore and Bill Fredericks. It didn't really seem like, I hadn't really heard this song much or even at all before I heard the Dylan version. And I remember this is really this was the first song off of Dylan's Christmas album, and it was just so unique. It was just so different, and it's really like a polka accordion song that's kind of a
it's fast.
It's fast. It's a call and response song. It's kind of meant for you think like a beer hall or I don't know if you guys saw the video, but the video is absolutely insane. It's just Bob Dylan wearing a wig and a Santa hat, and he's in a house party, and everybody is just singing this song. He's not even trying to lip sync. He looks like he's completely uninterested, but it's such a fun vibe to the song. And then a fight breaks out. It's pretty wild. You guys got to check it out. But I think the song is incredibly festive. It's it also has that weird kind of refrain towards the end in the chorus where, as he's running through the reindeers, he's also running through all the recent presidents too. But which is really bizarre. But but it's Dylan, so it's it's
he's got to throw a political message in there at some point. even
But
on a
what's
Christmas song. Yeah.
but what's funny too is I know Rolling Stone did they did the top 25 Dylan songs of the 21st century, and this is on their list. So this was the only Christmas song from the album. But it's funny because people are even debating what this song is about. They're like, even though it's it's an old standard holiday song, they're trying to figure out is Dylan making fun of this? Is he actually being cheery and festive? But it's
I'd never heard this song. I don't know if it's a standard.
I never heard it either.
Yeah, I never heard it, but
yeah,
it's definitely not one that comes on CBS.
Yeah,
radio. Yeah, I mean, it said it was released in 1960. There was a cover version by Tommy Steele, which reached number 40. There was another cover that reached number 42 a week later. But I've only heard this, and then I know She and Him has a cover of it, which is a little bit slower. It's still fast, but a little bit slower. But but this, I feel like this, to me at least, I think this was probably the first time I really heard this song.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I liked it or not. I couldn't tell, but I like it. The idea that it's Dylan doing something like this is like, I'm torn because part of me is just like, that thing where you're like, do you really need to be doing a Christmas song?
Right.
You're one of the greatest songwriters of all time. You wrote songs when they mattered. You were part of this revolution, and then you're singing like Christmas songs. And so I don't know. It's like I think feel certain people shouldn't put their toe into it, and he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
And so the fact that he's put his toe into it makes me like kind of like, okay, I'm gonna embrace it because he's who he is. But at the same time, and I don't know how much I enjoy it. I kind of like it because it's offbeat. Like it doesn't feel normal. Like, most Christmas songs have like a certain, the ones I picked are very standard, So, but he's very like, it's kind of fast. And like you said, polka and all that shit. It doesn't seem traditional to me. And I'd never heard it. Maybe I have heard it. It's just like, Dylan has a good job of making something completely his own. And like, you can't unhear him doing it. So that's probably what it is.
Right. I think it's kind of like unmistakably Dylan.
It's,
even if it's offbeat, it's like you hear it and you're like, oh, now that's all I'm going to hear. It's just his version of it.
Yeah, I mean, I love Dylan. I don't know if it's the voice that I love, but it's him that I love, and so it's definitely interesting that he actually did this. It's crazy. Anthony, what'd you think?
I did not like it. I never heard it before, and I never want to hear it again. It was very goofy. Yeah, I don't know what it's goofy. It was a goofy Christmas song.
He didn't write it. I mean, it's he just covered it. So it's not like he wrote a goofy Christmas song.
That's maybe even worse.
He
knew how bad it was going to be when he knew what the finished product was going to be going into it. He heard some other version of this and he was like, I gotta do that. That's what I need in my life. Let me slap my name on that.
He's probably drunk.
Right.
You know what I mean? People do stuff. Like,
yeah,
but I feel like if Hendrix had lived, he'd be doing Christmas. Actually, I think he did do some Christmas songs.
Oh, yeah?
I think I have an album. With him playing like Silent Night on guitar. So what am I talking about? So, but the Beatles, do they have one? I bet they got something.
I can't think of one offhand.
Somebody look that up. I wonder if the Beatles have a Christmas song. This, Led Zeppelin, like it's,
Led Zeppelin. I don't.
AC/DC. Sleigh bells.
What about Slayer? Does Slayer have a Christmas song?
I think they do, actually.
I feel like the Beatles don't have one.
No, they had let's see, 1, 2, 3.
What?
4 was 7? 7.
The Beatles have 7 Christmas songs.
No, but I think it was just fan club. Maybe there was 1 or 2 songs on each one.
Did they release? Or was it like B-sides?
No, I think these were. Yeah. Wow. This is So they did Jingle Bells. They did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Ringo. All right.
Yeah, I mean, they were definitely doing drugs, and they were like, "Hey, let's do Rudolph the Red."
Oh yeah,
Oh boy. This is what Christmas music does to people. You got the
does.
Beatles, one of the most brilliant bands of all time. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Ringo.
Yeah, I think so. What it's
All right.
what it sounds like, they just kind of just were just doing these fan albums they would send out, and they had them reading poems, or they had them doing a cappella versions, or just kind of fucking around. That's what it sounds like for each of these.
So, is that a thing? I'd like to know more about that. So it's like they just, like, if you were part of the fan club, you got like an official Beatles record only for you. Is that what's going on, or a song or something? EP 45, what they call it.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's so cool. I love that. That's what Anthony does on Bandmate or whatever, right?
On Bandcamp, yeah.
Bandcamp. That's basically what you do.
Yeah, I'll do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Ringo. I'll do a cover of whatever that is. If you sign up for my fan club on Bandcamp.
Wow, they were they were doing these from 64 to 69.
Wow,
that's crazy. All right, very cool. So let's get into it. So yeah, I my song, the other song that I chose was "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." Very, very, very classic, traditional Christmas song. I think it was in the movie "Meet Me in St. Louis." Judy Garland sang the song. The movie is about like her father gets a job in like New York City, and she has to leave St. Louis, and like the family's distraught because we're leaving St. Louis, we're going to scary New York.
Yep.
So it's kind of a depressing movie, and I guess this song is that she's looking out the window and it's like frosty, and she's thinking about her life just going to hell. She's not going to leave all her friends, and so it's kind of this melodic song, have yourself a merry, that kind of thing. And so yeah, we all know it from different people. I've covered it. I bet it's been covered 1,000 times. People seem to cover this quite a bit, but I really I'm into the Pretenders. I feel like her voice, Chrissy Hynde, I don't know.
Yep, Chrissy Hynde.
And she's Chrissy Hynde. What do I call her? Hymes. Hynde. Chrissy Hynde. And yeah, I mean, I didn't put much thought into this one. I just know that I like it, and it's like pretty cool song. And I think it's interesting that Hugh Martin wrote this song, and he was a songwriter, and they threw it in the trash. Like, he hated it. And then because they were trying to, figure something out, and then he pulled it out 3 days later and then like reworked it, and it became this humongous hit. And so I think that's pretty cool. And to me, the Pretenders, it's like she kind of has that voice that it sounds traditional, but at the same time, it's a beautiful rock voice. I think she has a very beautiful rock voice. I think is how I would phrase her voice. And yeah, I just like it. It makes you feel good. Unlike Anthony, I like songs to make me feel good sometimes. And so there's nothing punk rock about it. It's just, it's just kind of a good, feel good Christmas song. What do you think, Anthony?
It's fine. It's a little too much of a ballad. I mean, it's total ballad for my taste. But it's well done. I mean, she has a great voice. It's just not. It's not what I'm looking for. But
I'm only listening to it from like November 29th to December 25th.
Yeah,
It's the only time I'm going to even come close to listening to it. Maybe July.
Yeah, July. Oddly enough, I think this song is on Scott Weiland's.
It is
Christmas album. I think he does this song.
Oh, it is. He does this song.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
hilarious.
Maybe you want to check it out. Since
I might check it out. I don't love it. I just picked it because it's like, to me, a lot of the Christmas songs sound alike. Like there's two versions of Christmas songs, and you guys chose them too. Even though they're punky, they're still trying to be kind of funny. So it's like it's either kind of funny and goofy and mocking it a little bit, and then it's like serious and ballads and orchestras and loungy and it's one or the other. So you get your pick. So I feel like Mommy Christmas Santa Claus is kind of funny and whatever, and then so I picked this one as a more kind of traditional or whatever.
It's a great traditional Christmas song.
Yeah, it's not changing the world. It's just, this is what it is. I didn't pick Mariah Carey, you know what I mean? I
Right.
did best I could.
Oh yeah, people love that one. I don't.
They really
I
do.
don't like that one either.
Yeah. Adam.
Well, like you were saying before, you with Christmas music, you have you kind of have it as either kitschy or sentimental, and this one
Yeah.
definitely falls more in the sentimental side. And I mean, I like that. I know this song was originally, when it was written for Meet Me in St. Louis, it was much darker. If you hear Judy Garland's, even Judy Garland said that the song was too dark. She had Hugh Martin go in and change up some of the words. I know there was a line in there that said, this could be. It pretty much said this could be our last Christmas because we could be dead next year. So it was like really, really dark.
All right, I'm starting to like it a little more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a depressing scene in the movie. but so the version that most of us know and that the Pretenders sang on this one is the Sinatra version, where Sinatra went to Hugh Martin. He goes, he's like, I'm putting out an album that's supposed to be jolly. He's like, I need you to change some of these lyrics around. So there was a lyric, I think it said, we have to muddle through somehow, and he changed it to hang a star on the highest bough. So this is more, this is definitely a song that's more sentimental and definitely happier than its original intention was supposed to be. But but I think
only
I
Frank
think
Sinatra. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we have to thank Frank Sinatra for this.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just feel like only Frank Sinatra could show up and be like, "Yeah, I got to change these lyrics, and if you don't, this guy's gonna break your legs."
Right.
Gonna make it a little more jolly, okay, pal?
Right.
We're gonna meet Tony over here. Funny. All right, so let's go, Anthony. What's your other song?
Oh yeah. Okay. So my other song is I always thought that this was just a John Lennon song, but I guess it was released as John and Yoko. Happy Christmas, War is Over, which came out in 71, I think. So it's I think everybody knows this one. It's become a staple. But it was a protest song against the Vietnam War, and I love it. It's a great. It's not trying to be funny or really sentimental, and it is trying to change the world. And I think it works.
Yeah, it's interesting that that this song has such depth behind it because it's become so cheesy. It's as far as the marketing of it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
People put it on commercials and it's everywhere. And I think it's one of those things where obviously it's a good song. John Lennon's one of the greatest musicians. I get all that, but it's kind of one of those things where it's it's so overplayed, even though, because it feels like, I don't know, there's just something about the ones that are older songs. It seems like they don't kind of I don't know, they don't. It's just like the repetition of it doesn't affect you as much as when it's a little more of a modern song, even though it's 70s, whatever. It's still, you know what I mean? I don't know. There's just something about it. You just feel like it's a bit overplayed. I'm not a big fan of Yoko in any way, but I feel like she kind of ruined everything. But
She gets a bad rap.
Yeah, she should. She had John with his dick out on an album. Come on, man. Rein it in a little, guys. But yeah, you like her solo work? I don't know. You do.
Well, I appreciate that she made all different kinds of art, and a lot of with this song and with Imagine, a lot of the substance behind it came from her, which she later got writing credits on some of those songs. So I think what John was trying to do after the Beatles was a lot. He was pretty much just doing what she was already doing. He was trying to be more like like what she was doing. He was just kind of like a hipster dude, and she had a little more substance. And he was like, "Oh yeah, we could protest. Yeah, let's do that." And it was like a lot of her ideas.
Maybe, yeah. He didn't beat her, right?
I don't think he beat her. He did beat his first wife, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. When everyone's like, "How about peace and love?" and you're like, "All right, dude, calm it down."
Well, that's the thing, is because all that stuff is really, he was just, that was Yoko's thing, and he just jumped on board, and then people were
I
like,
don't
"Oh
know.
yeah, he's so
I've
great."
heard that before. I think she had maybe. Here's the deal. All right, so let's walk it through. All right, you're a musician, you get it. So I'm right. Let's say I'm writing Imagine, right, and one of the greatest songs of all time. And then I'm like, hey, Imagine, and I think it was something like, hey, how's this sound? Imagine all the steeple. No. Imagine all the people. Like I think that's how much Yoko Ono was involved in the Imagine. I think a few words might have been discussed with her. I don't think she went in and said, hey, let's arrange this song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think the music was probably mostly him, but I just
lyrically, I wonder, because she says all that stuff.
Yeah,
you know, he wasn't around to say it, so she kind of says it now or later.
I think
because she tried to get the rights after. I remember she tried to get, and it's about money. She tried to get like, so
well,
that
it's all
makes
about
me kind
money.
of weird.
But I feel like I heard an interview where he was talking about how he should have given her writing credit immediately, but he didn't for whatever reason. But yeah, it was like coming from a lot of her work that she was putting out there, was that sort of that was the content of it was a lot of what she was doing, and then musically it was him.
All right, what do you think, Adam?
I mean, the song's iconic, but it's I tried listening to it a bunch of times, and I don't know, I just couldn't. It doesn't really feel to me that much of a. I mean, it's not a festive song. It's a downer of a song for the most part. But and Scott Weiland also covered it on his album. But,
did he do that one too? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I kind of want to hear his version.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
You know what it's better than? It's way better than Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney.
Oh, yeah.
I also like that one. It's one of the few Christmas songs that I do like.
No, yeah, I can't do it. It's too much. It's another one. It's overplayed. It's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the commercials just kind of ruined this this song. Just having, I forget what commercial it was. It was one of the
Apple or Nike or something.
It was
Apple.
No, it was for I think it was for a charity, or for maybe it was UNICEF or one of the one of those, yeah.
Cheetos. Yeah. Mountain Dew. Protest war song and Mountain Dew. All right. Yeah. So it's a good song. It is. It's John Lennon. You can't. I mean, come on. He's but at the same time, it's like sometimes you can hear a good thing too much. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of one of those things. Did you have anything else you want to add, Adam? I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just trying to wrap it up.
Oh no, yeah, I was just gonna say I was reading about the Beatles Christmas record. So the last Christmas record was just basically Yoko and John, because the Beatles had split at that point, so it was just them, I guess, giving a tour of their house, and Yoko interviewing Lennon.
Oh wow. I'm sure Anthony's gonna go out and get that. All right, so I asked a few people online. I said what some of their favorite Christmas songs were, and let's see. One of them was Bob and Doug McKenzie, which I love them.
Oh yeah,
they're the Canadian version of kind of Garth and what was
Wayne? Wayne and Garth.
Wayne and Garth, yeah.
Yeah.
And they do 12 Days of Christmas. First day of Christmas, hey, got a beer,
a beer, yeah.
A beer. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It was fun hearing it again, because I'd heard it as a kid, and then I hear it again. It was great.
I love that one.
Yeah, U2, I guess, has Baby Please Come Home. It's pretty. I mean, for U2, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's definitely okay. Bare Naked Ladies, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. Sarah McLachlan, Songs for a Winter Night. Sounds a little depressing already. This one I liked. I just want to cry and hold a puppy.
Right.
But Christmas Rapping by the Waitresses.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a great song. That's a really good song.
I should have picked this one. I grew up with it. My mom always played this one every year, and this one is. I think this is kind of a perfect Christmas song.
Yeah, it's
because
really
it's
fun.
actually about Christmas. It's a little bit funny. It's like it's a great song. I love that. I should have picked that one.
Yeah, it's really good. I should have picked this one. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. That's a pretty fun song. I got into that. Here's some of the bad ones that people hated. Any collaboration with Mariah Carey, someone said. And Leah hates this one too. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. She hates it.
Wow.
She hates it. She hates everything about it. Because she's a Christmas purist. Like, she wants Christmas to be about family and snow and happiness and like this. She doesn't like the I get it. It's kind of a Christmas Vacation bird. They don't like that either. Like, I try to put that on. It's like, I'll run the house out. So it's like,
really?
It's very like, they don't like Christmas Story. They want it very hallmarky. They want it to be.
So like Scrooged, that wouldn't go over well.
Scrooge they like because it's for some reason it works out as an ending. I guess I mean, Christmas Vacation has a pretty good happy ending as well, but I don't know. And it's just part the middle part of it they can't do. So, and Paul McCartney was on here. Yep. Wonderful Christmas Time. It's one everybody hates. Everybody hates. You would.
It's weird that I like the ones that everyone hates and the ones that everyone loves I hate. Because I don't mind the reindeer one either. I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. I mean, I'm not, it's just like, she just didn't like it. Christmas Shoes.
Ooh,
I think that's one.
That's a terrible one.
That
was the one I was going to pick. It's
Christmas Shoes.
If you want to hear that, have you heard it before?
I don't think I know that one.
Oh, it's bad. It's if you want to, so it was I think it's written by the band New Song. It's from 2000, and I guess it was based on maybe an urban legend or something. Just this kid who's basically a street urchin or so shows up at this department store and wants to buy a pair of shoes for his mom who's dying, and so the song is written to basically make it all about the narrator, all about himself. He's like, well, God sent this kid to me to show the magic of Christmas, and the kid saying, oh, I want to buy these shoes so my mom can meet Jesus tonight. It's a Christian song, and it somehow that song crossed over in I think 2000. It was played on pop stations. I remember hearing it on I think Z100. It's such a terrible song. And it's got everything about it so bad. I mean, you got to listen to even the end. It's just a chorus of kids. Then it goes down to the single kid singing. It's horrible. They even made a movie out of it too. It's
pretty bad. It's so bad it makes that Paul McCartney song look like a masterpiece.
Oh yeah,
that's how bad it is. All right, everybody. Well, happy holidays, and thank you for listening to Dustin's Vinyl, our Christmas song edition. And maybe we'll do some more stuff like this. I think it was fun. Maybe we'll do a part 2. But thank you guys for participating, help us out, and follow us on YouTube and all that fun stuff. All right, Anthony, Adam, happy holidays, guys.
Happy holidays.
Records, 1439 North Highland Drive, P.O. Box 266, Los Angeles, California, 90028. All right, everybody. Don't send me poop. All right, bye. No poop. Man. No poop.